Marathons and skydiving are, for some, perhaps even most, once-in-a-lifetime events. But there's another segment of the population that not only embraces those activities, they take them to the extreme. Keith Garvin has our report.
They are admired for their skill, power, and dedication. Olympic athletes have pushed themselves to the limit. There is another group of Americans who push their athletic endeavors to the extreme.
You just drive the pants off the car until you see the checkered flag.
David Toy is an auto parts and service shop owner by trade. In his other life, he revs things up on the track as a sprint and endurance car racer. It is a growing activity that attracts everyone from doctors to welders to secretaries.
It's just absolutely phenomenal. You're on pins and needles out there in the track, and there's nothing like the thrill of seeing the checkered flag.
If you would rather log the extra miles using your feet, there is another sport to consider. Dr. Farouk El-Qassid runs ultra marathons, races that can last up to a week and cover more than 300 miles.
It is much easier on your body.
El-Qassid said once you get used to the distance, ultra marathons are less difficult than marathons and even shorter races. They also allow runners to get back to the basics.
You're in touch with yourself. You're in touch with your inner soul when you do these races. Dirt and sky, trees, and nothing else.
Ultramarathoners seek their thrills on the trails for the same reasons others get involved in so-called extreme activities. They like the rush.
If you were looking for an even bigger rush, maybe you need to get off the ground.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Going skydiving? Category.
This is Ingrid Schroeder on her first skydive in 2003. Since then, she has logged another 405 jumps.
When we landed, I knew I needed to come back. I came back the very next weekend and started the student training program.
By all accounts, Schroeder is a grounded and dedicated federal government worker. Skydiving has given her an escape from the hustle and bustle inside the Beltway.
The minute that I'm out in the air, it's just this crazy adrenaline rush, and it feels good, and you just feel like this freedom. You feel like you're flying.
And those are the things that seem to draw those who push the envelope: freedom, connection, and accomplishment.
We are not superhuman. We are like everybody else, but you have to dig deep inside you. It's there. Bring it out.
And you could bring it out to the extreme. In Washington, Keith Garvin, News 4.
Sports psychologists say people who take part in extreme activities often have type T personalities. They can display youthful, even rebellious attitudes that draw them to activities that involve individual expression and creativity.